Hello children, welcome back. Hope you're all doing good. Let us continue the final part of number systems, class 4 mathematics. Before moving to new topics, let us recall what you have learned in previous part. Expanded form and standard form of a number. Expanded form of a number is nothing but sum of the place values of its digits, and the standard form is nothing but the usual way of writing the numbers. Formation of greatest and smallest number with and without repeating digits and with 0 as one of the digits. Ascending order and descending order. Ascending order is nothing but arranging the numbers from smallest to greatest, and descending order is arranging the numbers from greatest to smallest. Predecessor and successor. 1 less than the given number is predecessor, which is nothing but number minus 1. 1 more than the given number is successor, which is number plus 1. Hope you are all clear up to this and have completed the sums up to problem set 10. A gentle reminder, children, please work out the sums in the textbook with pencil. Let us move on to the next topics. In this part, we are going to see round off to the nearest 10 and 100, Roman numerals, comparing numbers, then international place value chart. Rounding off to the nearest 10 and 100. Rounding off means moving to nearest boundary. Consider a number like, take a number for example 4. Now find out whether 4 is close to 0 or it is close to 10. Yes, it is close to 0, right? So the number 4 is rounded off to 0, which is the nearest boundary for 4. Now consider the number 5. 5 is in the half boundary. Will it go back or will it move forward? It will move forward. So the nearest boundary for 5 here is 10. So this will round it off to 10, which is the nearest boundary. I repeat once again, rounding off means moving to the nearest boundary. The boundaries are 0, 10, 100, 1000, etc. Now take your textbook page number 23, rounding off to nearest 10, 100. They have given few examples. Go through it. Steps to rounding off to the nearest 10. Always look for the number in ones place. If the number in ones place is less than 5, the ones place digit becomes 0 and the tens place digit will remain same. If the number in ones place is equal to 5 or greater than 5, then the ones place digit becomes 0 and add 1 to the number in tens place digit. Example 84. The number in ones place here is 4, which is less than 5. If the number in ones place is less than 5, what is the condition, children? The ones place will become 0 and the tens place will remain same. So here the 4 will become 0 here and 8 will remain same. So it is 80. The nearest 10 for 84 is 80. Now consider the next number 45. What is the number in ones place here? 5. 5 is equal to 5. If it is equal or greater than 5, again the ones place will remain 0 and 1 will be added to tens place. So 4 plus 1, 5, 0 gives 50. The nearest 10 for 45 is 50. Consider the next number 96. The number in ones place is 6, which is greater than 5. If it is greater than 5, again the number in ones place will become 0 and 1 will be added to number in tens place. So 6 will become 0, 9 plus 1 it is 10, therefore the nearest 10 for 96 is 100. Now moving on to steps to rounding off to the nearest 100. Here we have to look for the number in tens place. To round off a number to the nearest 100, we have to look for the number in tens place. If the number in tens place is less than 5, then the ones and tens place digit becomes 0 and the hundreds place digit will remain same. And the next condition is if the number in tens place is equal to 5 or greater than 5, again the ones and tens place digit becomes 0 and add 1 to the number in hundreds place digit. Understood, children? So to round off a number to the nearest 100, we have to look for the number in tens place. If it is less than 5, keep the ones and tens as 0 and the hundreds place remains same. And if the number in tens place is equal to 5 or greater than 5, again keep ones and tens place as 0 and add 1 to the number in hundreds place digit. Example 638. Here the number in tens place is 3. 3 is less than 5. If it is less than 5, that ones and tens place become 0 and the hundreds place will remain same. So 3 and 8 become 0. So the nearest 100 for 638 is 600. Consider the next number 953. Number in tens place is 5, which is equal to 5. So number in tens and ones become 0. Since it is equal to 5, the condition is add 1 to the number in hundreds place. So 9 plus 1, 10. So 10 and again 2 zeros makes 1000. The nearest 100 for 953 is 1000. Consider the next example 484. The number in tens place is 8, which is greater than 5. So the number in ones and tens becomes 0 and we have to add 1 to the number in hundreds place. So that will give you 500. The nearest 100 for 484 is 500. Let's see problem set 11, round off as directed. Apply part. First sum, round off to nearest 10, 89 is 90. How it is 90? Let us see. Number in ones place of 89 is 9, which is greater than 5. So 1 will be added to number in tens place. So 8 plus 1 is 9 and the ones place becomes 0, 90. Now 144 round off to nearest 100 is 100. Let's see how it is 100. If it is rounding off to nearest 100 means we have to look for the number in tens place. Here the number in tens place is 4, which is less than 5. So the number in ones and tens becomes 0 and the hundreds will remain same. Here the number in hundreds is 1. So rounding off nearest 100 for 144 is 100. Now let us see sixth sum. 3164 round off to nearest 10. So while rounding off it will become 3160. Let us see how. 3164 number in ones place is 4, which is less than 5. So ones place become 0 and the tens will remain same and the remaining digits all will remain same. So 3160. Now 6351 round off to nearest 100. It is 6400. Let us see how. So we have to check for the number in tens place for rounding off to nearest 100. So here the number in tens place is 5, which is equal to 5. If it is equal or greater than 5, we have to add 1 to the number in hundreds place. So 3 plus 1, 4 in hundreds place and the ones and tens will become 0. So 6400. Understood, children, how to round off to the nearest 110? Try the remaining sums in textbook. Roman numbers. What is Roman numerals? It is a number system representing the Hindu-Arabic numerals by combination of alphabetic letters. Children, what is actually Hindu-Arabic numerals? Is nothing but numbers expressed in digits, which is our usual numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Roman numerals. 7 alphabetic letters are used to represent the Hindu-Arabic numerals, and they are I, V, X, L, C, D, M. Using these 7 alphabetic letters only, we are going to represent the Hindu-Arabic numerals. And the corresponding Hindu-Arabic numeral for the Roman numerals is, for I it is 1, V it is 5, X 10, L 50, C 100, D 500, M 1000. Children, please keep this in your mind always. Roman numeral I represents the Hindu-Arabic numeral 1, V is 5, X is 10, L 50, C 100, D 500 and M 1000. Now take your textbook page number 25. They mentioned the letters here. See, 7 letters are the symbols I, V, X, L, C, D, M are used to represent any number in Roman numeration system. Children, do we have any alphabet for representing 0? To represent 0, there is no symbol in Roman numeration system. Keep this in your mind. And they have given you the table for Hindu-Arabic numerals up 1 to 40 corresponding Roman numerals. Points to be remembered while writing the Roman numerals. Repetition of letters means addition, but repetition is not allowed more than 3 times. Repetition means writing the numbers again and again and again. See, example, I. Here it has been repeated 3 times and repetition is not allowed more than 3 times. So, what is the value for I? It is 1, which is nothing but I plus I plus I. 1 plus 1 plus 1 equal to 3. Next, X. Repetition means addition. So, X plus X plus X, which is, what is the value of X, children? It is 10. 10 plus 10 plus 10, just 30. Next, C, which is C plus C plus C. The value, the Hindu-Arabic numeral for C is 100. 100 plus 100 plus 100, 300. Then M, which is M plus M plus M. The Hindu-Arabic numeral for M is 1000. 1000 plus 1000 plus 1000 gives you 3000. Repetition is allowed only for the above letters, which are I, X, C, M. I repeat, repetition is allowed only for the letters I, X, C, M. The letters V, L, D cannot be repeated. Remember children, letters V, L, D cannot be repeated. If a smaller numeral is written to the right of greater numeral, then the smaller numeral is added to greater numeral. For example, VI. V is a greater numeral, I is a smaller numeral, isn't it? V, the value of V is 5, value of I is 1. So V is greater than I. And the smaller numeral is written to the right of the greater numeral. So the operation between them is addition. So V plus I, which is 5 plus 1 equal to 6. Consider next example, CLX. C is greater than L and L is greater than X. So the smaller numerals are written on the right hand side. So operation between them is addition. C plus L plus X gives you 100 plus 50 plus 10, which is 160. If a smaller numeral is written to the left of greater numeral, then the smaller numeral is subtracted from greater numeral. So instead of writing the smaller numeral in right hand side, if it is written in left hand side, the operation will be subtraction. Consider the example IV. See, here the smaller numeral is written in the left hand side. So the operation between them is subtraction. So V minus I, which is 5 minus 1 equal to 4. Children, this is what you write for your first class 4. You write the same numerals, right? Roman numeral IV. Now you understood why are we writing IV, right? Next, XC. X is 10, C is 100. So the small is written in the left hand side. The operation here is subtraction. So C minus X is equal to 100 minus 10, which is 90. Understood, children, how to write the Roman numerals? Problem set 12. Write the Roman numerals. Apply part. Second sum. 9. We have to write the Roman numeral for 9. So the Roman numeral for 8 is nothing but V plus 3 i's. I. So if it is 9 mean, can we add one more I to that? No, children, it is not possible, right? Because we cannot repeat the letters more than 3 times. So in that case, we can come backward like 10 minus 1. Can we do it as 10 minus 1? If it is subtraction, the smaller one should come on the left hand side. What is the smaller value here? I, which is 1. So I, and what is the Roman numeral for 10? It is x. So the Roman numeral for 9 is ix. Sixth sum, 72. 72, I'm going to write it as 50 plus 20 plus 2. We can split it like this. So what is the Roman numeral for 50? It is L. 20 can be written as x plus 2 can be written as I and I. So L, X, I for 72. Problem set 13. Write the Hindu-Arabic numerals. Apply part. Second sum. X, I, X. First two X, it is in the proper order. Next, we have a smaller numeral, then a bigger numeral. So, small is coming the right hand side of the bigger numeral. So, there is a operation subtraction over there. So, it is X plus X minus I, which is 10 plus 10 plus 9, which is 29. So the Roman Hindu-Arabic numeral for XXIX is 29. Next we are going to see sixth sum. XVI. So X is nothing but 10, V is 5, I plus I is 3. So 10 plus 5 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 is nothing but 18. So the Hindu-Arabic numeral for XVIII is 18. Understood, children, how to write the Hindu-Arabic into numeral and the Roman numeral into Hindu-Arabic. Try the remaining sums in textbook. Moving on to comparing numbers. Why do we compare numbers? To find whether the given numbers are greater, smaller or equal to each other. Remember the following symbols, children. Less than, greater than or equal. Always the wide open side will have a greater number. The other side will have a smaller number. Take page number 28 of your textbook. See, they are given a crocodile picture. The wide open side is having a bigger number. The other side will have a smaller number. To compare numbers, we need at least two numbers. And those two numbers, check for the number of digits. Number with more digits is always greater than the number with the less digits. To compare numbers, always start from left side if they have equal number of digits. After checking whether they have equal number of digits, start comparing from left side of each numbers. While comparing, if the first digits from left are same, then keep comparing the next digit. Continue the process till you find the difference. Example, compare 65,43,126 and 65,39,989. Now check for the number of digits. Both the numbers are having equal number of digits. So the number of digits are equal. Now start comparing from the left side of the given numbers. So here the first digit from the left is 6. Here also 6. So 6 equal to 6. If they are equal, then we have to proceed with the next digit. Now here The next digit for the first number is 5 and next digit for second number is also 5. So 5 is equal to 5. Now it is also equal. Now we have to move on to the next digit. Here it is 4 and here it is 3. So 4 is greater than 3, isn't it? Now 65,43,126 is greater than 65,39,989. Consider problem set 14. Put the correct sign less than, greater than or equal. Apply part. Second sum 721 and 834. Now check for the number of digits. Are these two have equal number of digits? Yes. 721 has 3 digits and 834 is also 3 digits. Now we have to start comparing the number from left side. So what is the first number in the left side? Here is 7. Here it is 8. Which is greater? 8 is greater. So 721 is less than 834. Children, look for the symbol. The wide open side always face the big number. Let us do the second 8th sum. 8,32,914, 8,33,640. Now check for the number of digits. Are these two having equal number of digits? Yes. Let's start comparing from the left hand side. What is the first digit here? 8. Second number also 8. So 8 is equal to 8. Next is 3. Here also 3. 3 equal to 3. Next here it is 2. And there it is 3. 2 is less than 3. Therefore, 8,32,914 is less than 8,33,640. Moving on to 12th sum. 89,73,221 and 89,73,221. By looking into the number itself, we can say both are equal. So, equal symbol. Understood, children? How to put the correct sign? Try the remaining sums in textbook. International place value chart. Many countries use international place value system for writing numbers. Take page 31 of your textbook. Here, the international place value chart for first 6 places are given, and each period has been divided into 3 places. Like under ones period it is ones, tens, hundreds. Under thousands it is thousand, 10,000, 100,000. Like Indian place value, international place value also divided into periods, but the only difference is in Indian place value system it will be ones, tens, hundreds under ones period, thousands, 10,000s under thousands. Then after 10,000 it will be lakh and 10 lakh. But in international place value it is after 10,000 it is 100,000. Can you see it in the table, children? 100,000. Now what is after 100,000? Let us consider this table. After 100,000 it is million, 10 million, 100 million under million periods. So I repeat, once under ones period, ones, tens, hundreds will come. Under thousands period, it is 1,000, 10,000, 100,000s. Then after that it is million, 10 million, 100 million will come under million periods. Like each period is divided into 3 places. Ones period has ones, tens, hundreds. Thousands period has thousands, 10,000, 100,000. Why do we need period? As Indian place value, in international place value also we need period to mark commas between the numbers. So in international place value system, we mark commas after every 3 digits. As we group every 3 places into one period, we mark comma after every 3 digits. Understood, children? Example. Mark the commas and write the number name for the below. The number given is 659842. As we do in our Indian place value, here also first write the places on top of the given numbers. So the given number here is 659842. Start reading the places above it, which is ones, tens, 100, 1000, 10,000. After 10,000 it is 100,000. Keep that in your mind. If it is Indian, it will be lakh. But if it is international place value now, so it is 100,000. In international place value system, we mark commas between every 3 digits. So, starting from right hand side, count the digits 1, 2, 3. So, there will be a comma between 9 and 8, which is 659, 842. How will we read this number, children? 659,842. Because 659 will come under thousands period. So, it will be read it as 659,000. Then 842. So let us write the number name for this. 659,842. So this is how you have to write the number name for international place value system. Problem set 15. Insert commas and write the number names as per international place value chart. Apply. Second sum. 624577. This is what the given number. What is the first step, children? As usual, write the places on top of it. So it has ones, tens, 100, 1000, 10,000 and 100,000. And we mark commas between every 3 digits starting from right hand side. So you'll be having a comma between 4 and 5, which is 624, 577. How will you read this number? 624,577. So let us write the number name 624,577. Understood, children? Let us do the next sum, fifth sum. 960070. As usual, write the places on top of it, which is ones, tens, 100, 1000, 10,000, 100,000. We have to mark comma after every 3 digits starting from right hand side. So you will be getting a comma between 0 and 0, which is 960, 070. How will you read this number? 960,070. So the number name for this is 960,070. Now you understood, children, how to write the number and the number name as per international place value chart. Hope you understood this. Try the remaining sums in textbook. Let's do task 4. Put commas according to Indian and international place value. I'm going to do 4th, 10th and 14th sum. 4th sum is 83219. Now, how to mark commas in Indian place value system and international place value system. In Indian place value system, how will we mark the commas? Starting from right hand side, a 3 digit, then 2 digit and 2 digit. This is how our periods has been defined. So 3 places, then 2 places and 2 places in Indian place value system. In international place value system, every 3 digits, in every 3 places there is a comma. Okay. Now, first number 83219, starting from right hand side, first 3 digit means leaving 219, we have a comma. So 83, 219, 83,219. In international place value system, starting from right hand side, leave 3 digits. So again 83, 219, 83,219. Now next sum, 10th sum, 319901. How to mark commas in Indian place value system? Starting from right hand side, leave 3 digit, then 2 digit, then 2 digit. So 3, 19, 901. Here, starting from the right hand side, 3 digits, then 2 digit, then 1 digit. We don't have 2 digits here, so we mark a comma here. In international place value, we have to mark every 3 digits. So 319, 901. We don't have any other digit after this 3 numbers, so we will leave it. So 319, 901. So in Indian place value, how will you read this? 3 lakh 19,901. In international place value system, how will you read this? 390,901. Next number 918698, which is 9, 18, 698 in Indian place value system. See, starting from the right hand side, first 3 digit a comma, then a 2 digit a comma, then a digit. In international place value system, we have to mark every 3 digits, which is 918, 698. How will we read this in Indian place value? 9,18,698. And in international place value, it will be read as 918,698. Hope you understood how to mark commas, both the system in Indian place value and international place value. With that, we have come to the end of this chapter, children. Hope you understood all the concepts. In this chapter, we have learned numbers, numerals and number names, Indian place value chart and place value of the digits, expanded form and standard form, formation of greatest and smallest number, ascending order and descending order, predecessor and successor, round off to nearest 10 and 100, Roman numerals, comparing numbers, and international place value chart. Hope you have understood these concepts, children. Complete till problem set 15 and task 1, 2, 3 and 4 in your textbook. Thank you, children.